All right, I want to welcome everybody back to Junior Deputy Dugout Talk. I'm Carter Stein. Today I have a very special guest with me, Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. Welcome, Mayor Scott.
Thank you so much, Carter. It was a pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, Mayor Scott, we wanted to have you on Junior Deputy Dugout Talk so you could tell junior deputy families just a little bit about the upcoming tax initiative titled Rebuild the Rock. Tell us little bit about it, if you would.
Well, Carter, it's definitely a pleasure to be with you as well as all of your viewers and the junior deputy family. It's so critical to the forward movement of the city of Little Rock and all those that come to play and watch their young families grow. And that's what the Rebuild the Rock penny tax replacement initiative is about. It's about seeing our city unite, grow, and transform. What can we do for just one penny? Well, technically, it's 5/8 of a penny. We're replacing the 3/8 cent sales tax that sunsets this December, and then adding, in addition to that, 5/8 cents to truly ensure that we focus on quality and life in place by revitalizing War Memorial Park, Hyman Park, having our city's first uh, indoor and outdoor sports complex for our youth, as well as a senior citizen center this side of the river. In addition to that, as we focus on quality and life in place, we want to increase the maintenance of our 63 parks that we have in our city right now. Many of those parks have not been advanced in its maintenance since I was a young kid growing up here in Little Rock. And so when you think about that, we understand that quality and life in place is the new economic development model for my generation of millennials, as well as those coming behind me being Generation Z. But there's a strong nexus between millennials, Generation Z, and our brothers and sisters that are aging friendly. They're deciding to retire based on quality and life and place enhancements. And so that's what Rebuild the Rock is about, is how do we continue to forward our growth? And our city has seen so much growth over the past 10 years that we finally have eclipsed 200,000 in population. We're now 202,591. We're really excited about that. Most of that growth came in 2019 and 2020, from what we can tell. And we're excited that we know we have to continue to lean in on quality and life in place, but also the nuts and bolts. That's public safety and public infrastructure. And so we're increasing close to $80 million for our public safety. That's in addition to the 140 million that's part of our general budget. Close to another $80 million for our streets resurfacing, ensuring that we focus on drainage and other infrastructure projects throughout the city. But also addressing affordable housing to address homelessness and early childhood education for our children that are from 0 to 3. And we know that if we focus on this type of empowerment and understanding what it can do for economic development, as well as lean in with close to $40 million for our economic development efforts to fuel more growth that we've already seen in the past 2.5 years. We're close to 5,000 new jobs, whether it be Amazon 1 in Southwest Little Rock, Amazon 2 that opens up at Little Rock Port Authority later this month, HMS manufacturing at the port, Costco, Trader Joe's, Alleviant Health. The list goes on. But we have to continue to fuel that investment and invest in our city's future as well as its growth. And so when we talk about Rebuild the Rock, it's to ensure that we do not focus on being status quo. We want to take our city to higher and higher heights because we know there are many different amenities that Little Rock does not have. That we see in other cities like Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth area that we know we need right here in the state's capital city. As also focusing on how do we renew the zoo? We have the state's only zoo, and we have to lean in to keep that state accreditation because we're competing with the Memphis Zoo, the Tulsa Zoo, other zoos across the South. And we want to continue to make that type of investment, not only for our city, but also for our youth. And so when we talk through these type of initiatives, we want everyone to understand that we have to lean in to continue to focus on unity, growth, and transformation. So we're excited that today's the first day of early voting. If you have not already voted, please go out and vote for our city's future, vote for our city's growth, vote for our city's transformation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you mentioned the amenities that a large city of our size needs to have. Junior Deputy Baseball is obviously passionate about youth baseball. We have taken a look at the design plans for War Memorial Park, and there is a baseball complex that's in the designs, and I'm going to try to show that for our viewers here. It looks like a 7 or 8 field complex there at War Memorial Park. If you would, Mayor Scott, tell us what you see for the future of baseball in our community.
We see greater enhancements for baseball. We see greater enhancement for outdoor facilities just in general to truly make War Memorial Park the city's Central Park. If you've ever been to New York City, the city's Piedmont Park. If you've ever been to Atlanta, our version or a smaller version of a gathering place that we know that's part of Tulsa, Oklahoma, right here in our city. We know youth sports that many of our young families and families in general, they're spending Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're going outside of the city to take their children and their young families to different sports, whether it's Bryant, whether it's Benton, whether it's Cabot, whether it's Conway, Memphis, Dallas, Fort Worth area. We want those individuals to say, hey, we can city, the state's capital city. And so we see a greater interest in baseball and youth sports. And we want to make sure that Junior Deputy has those facilities. And we believe those facilities, there's a great nexus and a great link and partnership that Junior Deputy can have at War Memorial Park and with this revitalization. And again, it goes back to, the city wants more change, and this fuels growth, this fuels change, and change in the positive direction.
Well, you hit on my very next question, Mayor Scott, which is what do you see as kind of the future partnership between the City of Little Rock Parks and Recreation and Junior Deputy Baseball? Is there a shared future there together at War Memorial Park?
Yes, I definitely see a shared future there at War Memorial Park where Junior Deputy will definitely benefit from the fruits of this relationship as we move forward to focus more on baseball. And again, youth sports in general, and ensuring that our children have something to do, to be productive, but also not only be productive but athletic at the same time, and to gain discipline and other stretches of imagination. No comes from to partner with the organization like Junior Deputy that we'll see some shared growth, shared unity, and shared transformation. Again, this only happens if your listeners, your viewers, your supporters go out and vote for the penny replacement initiative. We know it's not a perfect initiative, but we never let the great be the enemy of good. And so we want to ensure that we do all that we can to focus on unity, growth, and transformation for our city and youth sports. And again, new quality of life in place is the new economic development model, but it's also a way to reimagine public safety. As we know that we want to make sure our children have something to do productive, and this gives outlets to that.
Very well said. Just a couple other things. You mentioned early voting has already started. I'm going to show just a few things for our viewers here as far as where they can early vote. Again, early voting started today, runs through Friday. Here are the locations for early voting. And then if you want to figure out where to vote on election day, you can go to this link here. And then finally, there's just a real quick view of the sample ballot. It's just the one matter on the ballot. All right. Thank you so much, Mayor Scott, for coming on here and talking about the shared vision for the future between Junior Deputy Baseball and the City of Little Rock. Any closing thoughts that you want to share with us about baseball in the city or reimagining the City of Little Rock with the Rebuild the Rock initiative?
Again, Carter, I just want to take this time just to share my appreciation to you, those that are watching with us, and those that are supporters and part of the Junior Deputy family. We look forward to a strong, even greater partnership than we already have. We firmly believe that there's some shared benefit with the passage of the Rebuild the Rock penny replacement proposal specifically for Junior Deputy. We're encouraging everyone, please, if you're concerned about Junior Deputy's future, if you're concerned about our city's future, if you want to ensure that there's a greater relationship and partnership between the city and Junior Deputy, please get out and vote. Please vote early. Early voting started today. It goes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Pulaski County Regional Building every day this week, as well as Monday, September 13th. The offsite early voting locations start at 10 a.m. To 5 p.m. as well. And so you have those opportunities there. But Election Day is September the 14th on Tuesday for those who want to wait till Election Day. But I'm encouraging everyone, please get out and vote. Please vote for our city's future. Please vote for Junior Deputy.
Thank you so much, Mayor Scott. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you so much, Carter.